Welcome back to the remastered Mega Man Zero No Damage run. We're here with a very simple stage, as Destroy the Train isn't one of the most engaging missions in the game, if I'm being honest. However, it's a pretty good stage to get a nice impression on triple rod usage and utility, so this will likely be a pretty short video, all things considered. Kick back and enjoy the rampage. Had one of those moments where you thought something was so cool in your head, but within the first few milliseconds you execute the first movement, you realize the gravity of your stupidity, and you fear that said stupidity has multiple layers of idiocy that you're just now finally comprehending. And now you're contemplating the various alternative options you could have taken to avoid such a simple fuck up. Yeah.
Oh no!
Moral of the story. Well, there is no moral here, except not to record at 7 AM in the morning and expect your cognitive functions to be in any sort of acceptable condition for you to be trying to play a highly demanding action platformer to any sort of immaculate performance. Because yeah, that was totally me while trying to record the stage. Literally backpedal to what I said in the beginning. Destroy the Train sort of just goes with the flow and there's not much here to discuss. I heavily dislike trying to stretch out a video's playtime unnecessarily, so let's not make this segment too long today. Every movement in this stage was down to execution, and almost none of the movement and strategies used here warranted any sort of in-depth analysis, as I'm sure you're all well acquainted enough with my playstyle to understand what's going on here by simply paying close attention. Though of course, if something's puzzling you, feel free to inquire about it in the comments section. I will dive into a specific instance within the stage. I'm sure if you're familiar with other high-level Zero gameplay from other runners, You notice I didn't use damage stacking with the shield boomerang on the mini-boss. Simply put, I just didn't have the boomerang at the time. But like with the disposal center, I wanted a unique strategy anyway, and walking slash reversals don't receive nearly as much love as they deserved, so I'm glad to have used this mini-boss as a demonstration to their usefulness outside hard mode. Refer to my 0ZX guides playlist in the card at the top right of the screen to learn how to use reversals and damage stacking from my guide videos, as I won't explain that here. So, for the boss, Pantheon Core. Honestly, this is a pretty dangerous boss fight even if you know what you're doing. A lot of timing and keeping track of its HP goes into fighting this thing. At certain HP thresholds, the speed and number of rising platforms increase based on how low its HP drops. Triple rod pokes are ideal for avoiding that nonsense entirely, though the slightest positioning error can cost you a face full of spikes. Or trapped between a steel pillar that rises while you're forced to nestle between, while the boss sluggishly ejects toward you with fire. I've had quite a bit of failed attempts because of stuff like that, though it wasn't really anything worth poking fun at in EMS. While it may seem like I'm not making a big deal out of Pantheon Core, I won't lie to you and say this boss didn't cause some degree of stress while trying to achieve a fast enough and entertaining kill. It's not a hard boss, but still a dangerous one that caused a little more stress than the previous so far. Next up, we're trudging through sandy terrain and getting our frisbee to finally play around with. But that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for watching and take it easy, y'all.